Hi, this is Tutor Nick P, and this is Quotes 95. Today we have another one from Mark Twain. Let's take a look at the quote first. It's easier to fool people than to convince them that they have been fooled. Okay. Let's take a look at the note. There is a lot of truth to this quote. Many people get set in their ways and in their thinking, even when you show them undeniable proof that they have been fooled. Many will try to find excuses to claim it is not true, or many will have normalcy bias. The perfect example always of normalcy bias is always like during World War II, with the Jews in Germany. Um, if I remember the numbers correctly, I think before World War II, I think there was like 6,500,000 Jews in Germany at that time, and I think 500,000 actually escaped and got away before it was too late. But a lot of people kept saying, "Hey, this is dangerous," and if you actually read Hitler's book of Mein Kampf, he wasn't really hiding his intentions or his ideas, and a lot of things that the Nazi Party were saying, it was clear the direction they were moving in. But a lot of the people, a lot of the Jews in Germany a lot of them had normalcy bias. It'll never get that bad. No, that'll never happen. No, and until it was too late. And they could not get out. And out of the 6 million that stayed, I think 4 million died. 4 million did not make it through World War II. And, the other ones that did survive, obviously, they were greatly traumatized. So that's usually an example of what we mean by normalcy bias. A lot of times we kind of naturally want to believe everything is normal and everything is the same, but sometimes maybe it's not really the way we think it is. Just like here, this sort of situation could refer to anything. A lot of time in the alternative media, a lot of people use this with the idea that a lot of things that reported in history and a lot of things that are reported on the news may not really be the way they really happened. And we often say, somebody needs to be red pilled from that movie, The Matrix. So that's kind of what we mean to accept the truth of maybe the way the situation really is. But even some people, when they see a lot of evidence that should convince them, they still don't want to believe it. So this goes back to Mark Twain's quote: "It's easier to fool people than to convince them they've been fooled." So even in his day, he thought that. But let me continue with here. They will prefer to believe everything is normal, as they have always been told, than dare to face the ugly truth of a situation. This is why Mark Twain says it is often easier to trick someone than to convince them that they have been fooled. Okay. I hope you got it. I hope it was informative. Thank you for your time. Bye bye.